Hey guys, if you'll notice, I'm in a sling, yeah. And no, that's not a cast, but it's a thing they put on at the hospital, and it hardened up. I got a call tomorrow to set up the appointment to see the doctor that'll put a cast on, and then whenever I see them, I guess they'll inform me if I need to have if they got to go in there and put some screws in the arm, or is it just something they can set it in place and then put the cast on. So that's going to be fun. Hopefully it's no screws got to be put in there, but even if so, that's going to be pretty minor. So if you didn't know, because I did post a picture of me from the hospital and said what has happened. That was in the community. Before anyone that doesn't know, that hasn't seen any of my folks, Twitter, Facebook, social media, Instagram stuff, basically, I was walking to town this morning, around right before lunchtime, it was before 12, right before 12, I had left here, done called the pharmacy, was going to get my blood pressure and diabetes medicine, and I just took off walking. It was a nice day. I'd had a good day yesterday. I had more energy today than I have had in over a week. Even more at that moment, I felt good enough that I could do what I needed to do, and even debated on taking the little side road and not getting on the main road for a little while, but I didn't do that. I went straight to the main road, and believe it or not, I just crossed, like when you cross the main road and start heading to that town, there's a house on the corner right there across. Right past their driveway is where a car passed by me, and its side view mirror hit my left arm, breaking my arm. And it's the road, the highway has hardly any shoulder on it anyway. And yes, I wasn't walking against traffic. I was walking with traffic, which I understand, and I usually walk against it so I can see what the hell is coming. The reason that I do things the way I do them here where I live when I walk on the main road is so that I'm in the same direction the car is going, that if somebody is going to pick me up, if they see me in enough time, they can stop. They can already be slowing down and pick me up. I can get in right that quick. But from now on, I've got different instructions. There was nothing wrong with what I was doing today. Actually, let's talk about that after the reading. I'm going to do, and I don't have a shirt on, so get ready for the next several days of videos, probably not having shirts on. Because if I ain't got to put a shirt on, I'm not going to go through the hassle of putting a shirt on. If I'm just at my trailer, I usually put a shirt on just because I'm uncomfortable. Well, no, I go around without a shirt a lot. But for some reason, I'm trying to be respectful. I know, you've probably seen some ugly old man without a shirt on plenty of times. Fat, skinny, short, tall, whatever, beard, no beard, or nothing. Doesn't matter. That's all irrelevant. But I'm just letting you know, if I don't have to have a shirt on to make my videos, I will not be putting a shirt on until I just have to. I'll put a shirt on when I have to go to a store or to the doctor and stuff. So what I'm going to do, this is going to be a daily reading from Living a Life of Awareness by Don Miguel Ruiz Jr. Daily Meditations on the Toltec Path. And what I had done, I had this in my backpack, my tablet with me, my stand, all that. Well, after I got my medicine, I was going to go find somewhere, sit down, put my tablet on, and read from the park. And share a little bit of my day with you, but, I got sidetracked. So, I had read this morning, but, or maybe I didn't. But let's just go with it. This is Thinking in the Affirmative. I do remember looking at it. Starting a new practice that can silence your inner critic and create lasting awareness takes time. Those negative inner thoughts didn't develop overnight, and they won't disappear overnight either. But know that this is one of, if not the most important things you will ever do. Begin with knowing that you are enough. Today I ask you to honor and love yourself just because you are. You exist. You're alive. Now those were my words, but the practice. Say to yourself right now, my life is worth something. With that statement, you plant the seed of unconditional love in your heart and mind as you shine a light on the darkness of conditional love. Repeating this simple affirmation regularly creates a practice that overtakes the negative voices of your internal narrators, the ones that say you're no good, that you're not worthy, or you're not enough. The truth is that you are more than enough, perfect exactly the way you are. Man, yeah. My life is worth something. Let me tell you, after this, I handled the situation pretty well. But all I gotta say is I've been directed that there was nothing wrong with what I was doing. I was taking charge of my day. But I knew my neighbors would be back at some point, and I could probably get a ride, but I didn't have a clue when they would be back. And sometimes they could be gone all day. And if they didn't get back by 6 o'clock, I would have not gotten the medicine. But it wasn't that crucial. I still had blood pressure medicine. I actually still had a metformin. So, I mean, I could have waited another day or maybe 2 or whatever. Point being is, the Spirit did not tell me to walk this walk. It did not tell me not to either, because it wasn't like I had a wild hair up my butt and was deciding to drink and walk in the opposite direction to the other town to get alcohol, because in the town I go to get my medicine stuff, they don't sell alcohol. But you get what I'm saying. I had not made a piss poor decision to go get drunk or anything like that, and even if I had been and got hit, it still would be the same thing. All I know is a message was given to me today that from going forth, I will be practicing a lot more discernment, like more patience. If I had sat here for at least 45 minutes, like not even, I was probably 10 minutes away from the house I was probably not 10 minutes away from here when I got hit. And then probably another 10 to 15 minutes on the side of the road before I started walking back. And by the time I was already at the road to come to the trailer park, there was my neighbors. So if I'd waited approximately, just took my time, I would have saw that they came in at enough time and I could have got a ride. So what I'm getting at is I'm just being shown that now if the Spirit tells me right then to go, then I do what I'm told or asked. Like there's a difference. Sometimes I'm asked, would you do this? And you can do it accordingly at your leisure. Or sometimes it's not a telling, but I know that they're asking, but what I'm actually being instructed to do is do it, don't ask no questions. You'll figure it out. So when the Spirit says, I need you to go on a walk today and just go this way, whether it's the main road, the back road, whatever, I always go. I never question it. I go when it tells me to go. I get ready, I go. And every time, it never fails. Once I've gone, I always usually end up with a way back. I always end up somewhere and I hear a message or share a message and it all lines up and I know exactly why I was told to go wherever I got to go. So from now on, I'm going to be making less of my own decisions about my walking to and from town. And if I can arrange rides, do it. And if I am walking the main road, I will be walking against traffic from now on. And it's just there's hardly any shoulder. And there ain't any ditches. If there is a ditch, it's like 15 feet down. Like it's like you got maybe all of 4 or 5 feet off the side of the actual, after the line. Then it's a drop on both sides of the road for most of the direction I got to go. I travel the main road because it's the most traveled, and I'm out in the BFE, and I always know I don't stick my thumb out, but I try to make things as easy as possible. If someone But from now on, I walk against it on the main road so I can at least see what's coming. And then if I only got so much room and I think I need to step off as far as I can, then I can do it. But that's enough. I've talked enough. You can tell I'm still anxious. I'm still nervous. I have had a little bit of pain medicine. They gave me 2 shots at the hospital, or one and then one right before I left. I got my medicine filled. I've been home a little while. I've got something cooking, and I just hope everybody is grateful to be alive. You need just, if you're watching this video, be grateful that you even got the ability to watch this video. I'm grateful I've got the ability to make it, and hopefully I'll make it through to the end, to hit stop, and be able to upload it. Think about it. I'm still here. I'm not done. I've got a lot of work I got to do. I'm glad y'all are along for the ride. We got this. One step at a time. And I know who has my back. I'm talking about the supernatural. The all-knowing Big Kahuna. Anyway, until next time, Mr. Cloud, says to the eternal moment, over and out. Ditto. Have a good night.